When an independent industry professional transitions abruptly from minor television credits into a high-stakes, multi-jurisdictional police tracking operation, the intersection between commercial entertainment and strict statutory law becomes an essential study for media compliance analysts. The modern cultural industry operates within a highly protective structural framework, where contract morality stipulations and corporate risk assessments dictate long-term asset management. However, when a formal felony indictment detailing an interconnected sequence of severe domestic violence infractions is validated by a municipal jury, the administrative focus shifts instantly from traditional industry tracking to the cold realities of documented criminal registries. This finalized judicial resolution within the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation establishes a profound institutional benchmark for executive risk assessment and long-term legal liability across the global media landscape.
You are tuning in to Celeb Viral Feed, your premier digital hub for verified entertainment developments, detailed industry compliance tracking, and objective regulatory updates. If you want to keep your perspective completely aligned with authenticated municipal dockets, official district attorney summaries, and legally secure media processing, take a quick moment to hit the like button and subscribe to Celeb Viral Feed immediately. Your active subscription to our channel constructs the vital foundation our research desk requires to produce balanced, entirely non-emotional, and fact-verified analytical reports. By ensuring your system notifications are fully engaged today, you secure an insulated direct link to major courtroom outcomes, allowing you to bypass unverified internet commentary and truly comprehend the statutory forces transforming contemporary media rosters. The Los Angeles County Criminal Justice Registry has formally recorded an extensive administrative milestone following the official entry of a long-term state prison sentence against an entertainment industry asset. For enterprise risk analysts, compliance attorneys, and talent management entities, this definitive judicial conclusion provides a transparent view of the functional mechanics defining the state's felony prosecution system. The individual at the absolute center of this verified public record is Nick Pasqual, known within the commercial marketplace as Nick Pasqual, a background actor whose professional history features a minor appearance as a student named Will in a single episode of the network comedy How I Met Your Mother, along with secondary or uncredited placements in larger cinematic properties, like the biographical production Jobs and the feature film Rebel Moon Part 1. According to authenticated public records and trial documentation verified by reputable national news outlets, this long-running criminal prosecution reached its definitive institutional conclusion during an official sentencing hearing held on Tuesday, June 2nd. The presiding Superior Court judge formally entered a custodial sentence of 32 years to life against the defendant. This extensive long-term isolation followed a structured 2-week criminal trial where a local jury evaluated a multi-count indictment brought forward by the Office of the District Attorney. The public registry demonstrates that following the formal closing arguments of both legal teams, the independent panel of jurors required only an hour and a half of formal deliberation to return a unanimous guilty verdict across all 6 felony charges listed in the indictment, instantly shifting the case from an active trial to a finalized felony conviction. To properly analyze the structural and legal architecture of this completed criminal case, our compliance desk has conducted an exhaustive textual review of the specific charges and factual findings affirmed by the court. The official indictment filed by the state outlined a sequence of severe criminal actions spanning from January 2024 to late May of the same year. The core legal gravity of the prosecution's case centered on a primary count of attempted murder, accompanied by specific enhancement findings that the defendant intentionally utilized a deadly weapon during a domestic violence incident, a designation that carries severe statutory consequences under the California Penal Code regarding mandatory minimum sentencing parameters. Furthermore, the public trial record indicates that the jury found the defendant guilty of 5 additional felony offenses, which structurally augmented the overall sentencing liability. These counts included 1 count of forcible rape, 3 distinct felony counts of injuring a spouse, fiancé, or cohabiting partner under domestic violence statutes, and one count of felony first-degree burglary with an enhancement specifying that another individual was present within the residential structure at the time the unauthorized entry was executed. The alignment of these specific felony convictions allowed the judicial system to apply consecutive sentencing structures, resulting in the minimum 32-year operational timeline before the defendant can establish eligibility for an initial parole review. The specific operational details established during the trial and validated by the prosecution's evidentiary filings chart a precise chronological sequence concerning the events of May 23, 2024. According to documented law enforcement logs and forensic submissions, the defendant executed an unauthorized entry into a residential property located in Los Angeles at approximately 4:30 a.m. The residence belonged to an independent professional makeup artist identified in public documents as Ali Shehorn, who had previously maintained a personal relationship with the defendant. The state's evidence demonstrated that during the course of this unauthorized residential entry, the defendant utilized a sharp instrument to inflict over 20 distinct stab wounds upon the person of the resident, causing severe bodily trauma that required immediate emergency intervention. Following the initial dispatch of emergency services to the residential scene, the victim was transported to a regional trauma center in critical physiological condition. Verified medical summaries and public documentation from an authorized fundraising registry created to assist with corporate medical expenses confirmed that the victim underwent an extensive series of emergency surgical procedures to stabilize her vital signs and repair extensive anatomical damage. These specialized medical interventions included intricate procedures designed to repair severed tendons located within her right arm, as well as separate surgical operations to close deep lacerations located across her neck area, illustrating the severe physical impact of the event. The structural pivot of the state's prosecution rested heavily upon the direct testimonial evidence presented during the formal trial. In an official public statement distributed by the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office, District Attorney Nathan J. Hochman confirmed that the surviving victim courageously chose to stand before the court to provide a direct, first-person account of the specific action she endured during the encounter. The chief prosecutor emphasized that this trial testimony was absolutely vital in establishing the necessary evidentiary threshold required to secure a unanimous guilty verdict from the jury, thereby ensuring that the defendant would be structurally removed from the public sphere and prevented from inflicting further harm within the community. District Attorney Hochman further utilized the public resolution of the case to address broader, systemic issues surrounding the management of domestic violence within the metropolitan area. The official statement noted that this specific case serves as a visible reminder of the difficult realities defining domestic abuse, asserting that such conduct frequently continues when survivors are forced into states of isolation or silence due to institutional fear. The chief prosecutor expressed formal appreciation to the assigned deputy district attorneys and investigators for their role in providing a secure framework where survivors could be formally heard, arguing that the resulting conviction demonstrates that structural accountability within the county is an operational reality rather than a simple public relations promise. A separate and critical component of the criminal record involves the international and interstate tracking procedures executed by federal and state law enforcement agencies immediately following the event. According to verified police logs previously confirmed by the district attorney's office, the defendant fled the jurisdiction of California shortly after the encounter took place. This flight triggered an immediate multi-jurisdictional pursuit that concluded when federal authorities detained the individual at a U.S.-Mexico border checkpoint located in Sierra Blanca, Texas. Following his initial detention by Border Patrol agents, the defendant was subjected to formal interstate extradition protocols to return him directly to the jurisdiction of Los Angeles County to face the pending criminal charges. The documented history of the case shows that during his initial administrative arraignment in March, the defendant entered a formal plea of not guilty to all counts, a standard legal maneuver designed to preserve constitutional defense options and force the state to meet its formal burden of proof.
National media organizations, including major entities like USA Today, have consistently reached out to the designated legal representatives and defense counsel assigned to the defendant to secure any formal post-sentencing comments or notifications of an intent to file an appeal. However, up to the current entry in the judicial record, the defense has maintained a strict posture of non-disclosure regarding their long-term appellate strategy. For media risk analysts and industry talent evaluators, the conclusion of this high-profile trial underscores the critical importance of robust background verification and behavioral risk assessments within contemporary production frameworks. When an independent talent asset transitions from minor industry visibility into the federal and state criminal justice matrix for severe felony offenses, the associated media properties face immediate brand management decisions. Production houses and distribution networks routinely deploy strict morality clauses and contractual termination provisions to immediately decouple corporate assets from individuals facing active felony indictments, ensuring that commercial distribution remains insulated from ongoing criminal liabilities.
Throughout the contemporary landscape of the global entertainment ecosystem, independent industry professionals navigate rigorous talent management parameters, contract morality stipulations, and personal accountability expectations designed to protect the commercial viability of international media brands. Yet, when a specialized criminal prosecution team presents a comprehensive felony indictment before a municipal jury, detailing an interconnected sequence of severe domestic violence infractions, the administrative narrative transitions instantly from traditional entertainment tracking into an intricate study of statutory penal codes, interstate extradition mechanics, and formal courtroom adjudication. This newly finalized judicial resolution completely shifts the focus toward the cold realities of documented criminal registries, establishing a profound institutional benchmark for executive risk assessment and long-term legal liability within the modern cultural industry. Thank you for relying exclusively on Celeb Viral Feed to deliver this exhaustive, analytically precise, and legally secure long-form report. We remain completely dedicated to providing you with comprehensive, fact-based examinations of the verified data shaping today's complex media landscape, completely free from sensationalized language or unconfirmed personal bias. Please remember to subscribe to Celeb Viral Feed and select the notification bell right now to ensure you never miss a critical update on major legal milestones, corporate asset movements, and historical industry developments. Like this video to support our ongoing commitment to high-quality factual journalism and join our growing international community of analytical viewers. This has been Celeb Viral Feed, keeping you informed with absolute clarity, precision, and journalistic accuracy.